This is serious. I don't think we're getting out of here.
It's gonna snow all day like this. We're screwed.
Major problem, it's 1:30. I've been pushing the roof up. I woke up, I realized the roof was down to here. Because the tent is completely compromised now. I'm not being a drama queen. That is not normal. I think I need to start shoveling all the snow off the side of the tent.
There's a few things. One, you cannot see the road. Nothing at all. I don't know where it is. We've got another problem, which is that Abel is stuck.
I don't know what we're gonna do. We've got the big tent, we've got a storm coming in tonight, got to get all sorted. I'm late, I'm running really late. It's cold, it's about 2 degrees Celsius. The wind chill, oh man, it's cold. I need to get this thing blown up. I'm going to use an electric pump this time, see if it works. The wind isn't really working in our favor, coming this way at the moment, but it will switch to that way tonight. So I'm going to get this all set up now, get it all guyed down, pegged down. I'm just going to get on with it and not talk. Okay, let's pump it up. So the wind is going to be slamming in to us from the side and the back here. So these are the straps that need to have the most peg, be the most secure. Okay, that's all of the guys out, that's all of the pigs in. Now we've got to put the rain fly on and then secure that down because we're going to get a lot of snow, maybe a lot of freezing rain. So that's got to go on top, so let's get that done as well. All right, that's everything completely guyed down. So many pegs. All right, we've got to deal with the chimney for the hot tent. I've just got to zip up the interior just to make sure it all zips up together. So yeah, stove next. All right, got to open the stove jack up. Okay, we'll pass the chimney through there. Is that straight? Okay, perfect. To make sure it's secured, I can bring all the wood in and everything else and my bed. Oh, and I've also got to put the pump away. Okay, so I've got my chair, that's got to go in. The hand pump, we're going to have that ready in case in the middle of the night I need to add some pressure, because you never know. We'll just tuck that under there. Okay, so I've got pump, need wood, and all my food, loads of food. So I'm just going to start taking it all in. Still got loads to bring in. I'm going to bring you back when it's all set up. Oh, okay, pretty much all set up. Just got to get the fire cranking. So this is the Winterwell fire. Bed of kindling down. Flue flap is open. That lit. Okay, and as soon as that takes, we can put some of the bigger logs on that I've got in here. This is a mixture of different hardwoods, Manuka, Hutakawa, good stuff. Should burn for ages. Right, let's put a couple of these on now. let's get this thing cranking. We're all good. And we'll start thinking about dinner. As soon as this gets hot, we can put some dinner on. The time now is 5:36. So it's still pretty early actually. So I might, that was quite exhausting. I might just chill out for a bit and then we'll do dinner. And then at bedtime, I'll give you a complete overview of all of the gear, where I am. We'll have a look around tomorrow because we're out of light now. I've moved the truck here at the back so it's all floodlit. That's why you're seeing a lot of light coming in here. It's coming from the back of the truck. But tonight, the wind is going to slam us from the back here. So I might end up moving the truck to the back just to protect us. But this is so heavily guyed down. I honestly think it could take pretty much anything now. I reckon this could take 90 kilometers an hour, up to 100 if everything's zipped up. Should be good. Well, we're gonna let this get nice and hot. I need to just relax, chill out. That was heavy going. And then, yeah, we'll be back for a drink and dinner. All right. So sit rep, the temperature is -1. I just checked, let me just check again. So it's reading it from the truck. Yeah, it's -1 at the truck. It's 2 degrees Celsius in the truck. I don't know what the temperature is in here, but it's nice and warm. I've got the front door open, so it's not getting hot in here. Right, so dinner, burgers, because this is what we do. We do burgers. We love burgers. I say we. I'm here alone. No Bernie this time. My border collie, in case you're used to the channel, you're used to seeing me with a dog. It just timing wise for this trip and the amount of days I'm gone and things like that, I couldn't bring Bernie with me, so he's at home with Anne and Bolly, his sister. Am I missing him? Oh yes, immensely. When you camp with your dog, he becomes your best friend. And so when you don't have him, you just miss it. At the beginning, it doesn't seem right. I've done it before, so you do get used to it. But I'm sure you will want to see Bernie, but I'm sorry he's not in this video. I wish he was. All right, now, it shouldn't take very long for this pan to get hot enough. Got wet wipes somewhere as well. It's an amazing space, this tent. So this is the RBM Panda, this thing. Air tent, as you saw, I had to pump it up. It's very, very strong. Now the reason I've come back to the same location as my last video, which is by the lake, and the reason I bought the same tent again, which was this, is because last time I was in a blizzard and I bailed from the tent. I didn't know if it could take it. I had Bernie with me. His safety was my priority. I didn't want him upset in the middle of the night if the tent collapsed, which it did because it wasn't fully pressurized and wasn't fully guyed out. So I thought, well, you know what? I want to do it again. I want to do it again in something just as crazy, just as bad, and that's what's coming. We've got a mega storm coming. Everything, and the winds are meant to hit 90 kilometers an hour. That's why I've taken extra precaution and really guide this out even more. There's so many guys on this thing, it's ridiculous. Okay, let's put these on. That's got to be hot by now. Oh, you know what? I've got this closed. That's why it's not super hot. That. All right, let's try that. We want a sizzle. Got to have a sizzle. All right, good. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm back in this tent at this lake, because we've got another huge storm coming, and I desperately wanted to see if the tent would work this time without the pressure of having to look after Bernie. It's just me. If anything happens in here, I'll try and fix it, but I'm definitely going to sleep in here. If the tent absolutely gets destroyed and burns down against the fire or something like that, I've got the truck. I'll just sleep in there. That's what the truck is for. It's my emergency backup. To be honest, the setup of this tent is easy. Very quick, very fast. No poles to mess around with. Just guy it out. You just pump it up and guy it out. And the pump, the electric pump, makes it so much easier. I'm actually using my Zempire pump. But RBM are going to send me a pump for this as well. Is it going to be a bugger to pack down? Just loads and loads of pegs. That's the only issue. So we've got mustard and tomato ketchup. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put the mustard and tomato ketchup on first. Coleman's English mustard, just the way to go. Get a good spice going in here. These are going to be extra spicy, delicious burgers. And then tomato ketchup. And I wish people would stop saying, you don't have to say tomato, it's just ketchup. All the time say, you don't have to say it. It says tomato ketchup. Okay? Don't be such a Karen. Those people who get triggered for me saying that. It's what it is. It's not pickle ketchup, which is a thing. It's tomato ketchup. Some people, honestly. All right, we're looking good. I've got some natural cheese slices. Oh, that mustard. Oh, holy moly. Cheese slices, got cheddar. And in case you don't know, I've got a fridge in my truck. Yes, I know it's -1 outside. You could leave it outside, but it's like, you don't do that at home, do you? Even in winter. Man, this is so convenient. No stove, no noise, just cook. This is awesome. I am loving this stove. So I think I'm going to chuck another piece of wood in. There we go. And I've got an ash pan this time. I bought from my RBM stove. Put that under there. Wow, it gets really hot under the stove. Yeah, luckily I've got this flame retardant thing on there that's meant to protect the floor from the heat. Right, so as soon as we're ready, I think we'll be good. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing a drink. A drink. I need a brew. I don't know where I put them. Oh, I'll put them outside. I need a beer. Hang on. All right. Now we're camping. I've got a Southern Alps ultra low carb lager. Southern Alps. I don't know if you can see that. Cheers, everybody. I hope I'm in focus. I can't tell. I seem to be. Lucky you. It's all right. Not bad at all. Okay, let's turn these over. Getting nicely burnt and crisped up on one side. All right. Let's put the cheese on. I think we have to go double cheese as usual. I've got so much food in the truck, in the fridge, it's crazy. Alright, and then we'll be ready for burgers. Burgers are ready. Oh, they smell so good. I've toasted the buns. Well, the top one anyway. Oh man. This is going to be so epic. All right. Excellent. And everybody, 2 Angus beef burgers with Heinz tomato ketchup, Coleman's English mustard, in -2 degrees Celsius now, in the mountains, in a hot tent. Yum. Bon appetit, everybody. Oh man, I'm starving. Oh, those burgers were amazing. Oh, I think I need a hot chocolate. And my lovely wife has made me a couple of treats. Got some Eccles cakes. And I got some lemon drizzle cake. And I feel like an Eccles cake. So Eccles cakes, they're from Lancashire in the UK, I think. Can't remember. I think so. But they are yummy. They're basically sweet pastry with currants on the inside. Very delicious. Mmm. 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 Thanks, darling. So good. And I'm going to have a hot chocolate. I'm going to settle down. I'm going to watch a movie. It's still pretty early. 7 o'clock. And then it'll be bed. I'm so tired. I think an early night because we've got a big storm coming. It might wake me up in the morning. So I'll see you at bedtime. Alright, it's bedtime, everyone. I've been lying here watching a movie. I've just restocked the stove with charcoal. I'm going to let that all get a bit hot because I let it get right down. It's about midnight almost now. Temperature -6 Celsius. It's clear sky out there. I'm trying to do a night lapse, which is why I'm still awake. A time lapse of the stars and the moon, so we'll see if that works. I don't know. If it works, I'll put it up now and you can see it. I've had my window open a bit. It did get a little bit chilly in here, to be honest, and I just realized it suddenly. So we're all set now though. Charcoal in, all tucked in. I'm so exhausted now. I'm definitely ready for sleep. So it's dead calm outside at the moment, but we know the storm is going to kick in a few hours. So as soon as something happens, we'll go and check it out. Until then, have a good night, everybody. Night night, Bernie, wherever you are at home. Night night, everybody. Okay, sit rep. It's 4 a.m. and the winds have started. It was dead calm before. It's all coming from that direction. It's pushing on the wall there. I've got flapping going on outside. I think one of the straps is twisted. I'm not getting up now to deal with it though. I've got earplugs in. And I can still see everything moving around. Oh well. It's come early. I thought it would be a few more hours. Wow, it's really pushing in on this wall. Turn the camera up. Just here. I don't know if you can see it. It's completely tight. Okay. I'll wait till daylight and go and sort out that whatever that flapping strap is. I think we've got another 3 hours until daylight. Here we go. It's so loud. Oh, I think I give up trying to sleep anymore. I've had a long sleep though. Because I actually nodded off while I was watching the movie last night as well. So, before I filmed to say goodnight. I think what I'll do is I'll have a snooze during the day. I'm going to get up now. My fire is still going. That's amazing. The charcoal is still red hot. I've got it completely sealed off. So it's keeping it just mild in here. Not warm. It's cold, but not freezing. Which means it's going to get warm really quickly as soon as I open the vent. I'm going to get up, get changed. We'll go and work out what that flapping noise is. And just check all the pegs. Camping. Right, I've got to get up. Okay, suited and booted. It's 5 a.m. I put some logs on the fire, so they're starting to take now. But that charcoal, this cooking charcoal, it burns all night. Right, let's go out and see what is going on outside. And just check all the guy lines. Means I've got to go and get my hammer. Just hunker down. I don't know if it's raining. I don't know what's happening out there. Alright, let's do this. It's noisy. Okay. Oh, it snowed. Oh, it's snowing now. Okay. Cool. Right. So to do this, I need to zip this up. Okay, let's see what this noise is. Flapping noise. Oh, I think it's this. Oh, it's just that. I don't think there's anything I can do about that, except I'll try and tighten this a bit. Okay. I think that's it. Oh man. Oh, it's cold. Just check all my guy lines. Everything's taut. Everything looks great. Oh, getting pancaked on the backside. But that's what I expected. I thought as much. I thought it was all going to come in from here. There's absolutely nothing I can do about the wind getting under under here. There's nothing I can do about that. That's what that noise was the whole time. I mean, I've tightened this as much as I can. This cord, it just is what it is. I could attach this to here, but I really don't think that's going to help. What I might do is actually, I just don't think there's anything I can do about this. It's just noisy. It's just what it is. The wind gets right under there, look. There's nothing to stick this to. There's nothing to hold it down. Just these. I could angle these down more. Redo these. That might work. Alright, let me give that a go. Let me go and get the hammer. Nightmare. Snowshoes. I forgot those. I'll explain about that a bit later. Okay, so I've got my pump. The hammer. Oh, I should have brought gloves out. That's very cold. Okay. So what I want to do is change the angle of the guys for the actual rain cover and angle them down more. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, that might help. Don't know. It looks better. It sounds better already. It's still going to flap here. There's just no way to attach these points, and there's no way to get it to hug the outer, so it just is what it is. Alright, we're looking good. Got smoke coming out the chimney. These ones don't need it because the wind's all on the other side. Snow. That the truck's caked. It certainly is. I might have to move this round a bit later to the back of the tent just to protect it a bit more. Okay, well we'll do that when it gets light. Alright, bring you back inside. Wow, that's way better. That's really got rid of that noise. That now it's a tiny bit, nothing like it. Well, I knew that was going to be bad out there, but you're never fully prepared for these sudden gusts. So the winds we're getting right now are nothing compared to what's coming. Believe me, 90 km/h winds are gonna put this tent to the test. I really am gonna try not to bail on the tent this time and stay in here because I don't have Bernie with me. Now the truck is, I just checked the temperature, it's -2 inside the truck. I don't think I've got any water or anything in there. If I do, it will have frozen by now. I do have backup supplies of food and stuff. My fridge is in there. And you might, again, say, why would you use the fridge when it's -2 inside the truck? Yeah, because the fridge protects the food from being frozen solid. I don't want it all frozen. So it's insulated, so it's regulated. And it uses hardly any power. I am going to have to move the truck though. Behind here to protect us from the blast of these gusts that are coming later today. I think tonight is meant to be absolutely horrendous. It's possible this would be the worst storm I've ever camped in a tent. I tend to not try and do that just because I've got Bernie with me and I'm responsible for him, and his safety outweighs entertaining some people on the internet. Anyway, I'm gonna get a coffee on. I really want a coffee. I'll have a snooze today, maybe. Have a nap or something. I don't know. I was sleeping well until all that kicked off. Put earplugs in. Got some more sleep, but then I was worried. Putting earplugs in means that you've got sort of sensory deprivation, but then you know that there's a storm going on. So you're sort of like, well, what if there's a problem? What is going on with this one? My Kona. You're like, what if there's a problem? And you can't hear it. Then it would be really bad. So yeah, whilst it is great, oh my god, I can't get into this. Oh, there we go. While it is great having earplugs, comes with its own other problems of not knowing what's going on in the tent, and has a guy line failed, has a strap failed, anything like that. Right, I'm gonna have a coffee. I'm gonna try and wake up a bit. It's still not gonna be light for a couple of hours. But as soon as it is, then I'll open my front door up and put the plastic window down so I can see out. But I'm warm now. Warm and dry for now. Let's just hope the tent can handle it. Oh, it's finally starting to get light outside. It's 7:40. Let's have a look. Had a little bit more dusting of snow and that's it. I put the heating on in the truck, so that's fully defrosted. I had that running for about an hour. So what I'll do is I'm going to now move the truck to behind the tent to block some of this wind, because when it does kick in, it's going to come directly from here. And that's under pressure now, and that's just with sustained wind, which is going to quadruple in strength, the sustained wind. And then we're going to get these massive gusts. So I want to protect this as much as possible. So I'm going to park at just a slight angle here, behind here. So yeah, I'm going to do that right now. Get out there, park the truck. Okay, that should be good enough. It's going to get caked, but it makes no difference anyway. But that should protect the tent more. I can already see that it's making a difference. And this is the leeward side, out of the wind. It's getting some wind, but that's it. I could move the truck forward a bit more if I feel it's getting worse. But right now, just here is fine. Right, let's get in. Right, it's really kicking off out there now. It's still early. I think it's only 9 a.m. But I think it's sleeting. So let's go out. Let's have a look. Let's have a wander around. I'll show you around, show you where I am in relation to the stream. and everything else. Let's head out. Oh, got my fire on low. Let's check out and see what's going on out here. Yeah, lots of sleet. Tell you what, the rain fly is doing a great job. And the truck is actually doing a great job as well. It's stopping the majority of the severe wind hitting us. I mean, obviously loads is coming in underneath and swirling around it, but it's still better than not having it here. It's gonna get, the truck's left side is gonna get pancaked quite quickly, I think. Oh, it already is. Okay. Well, it's an expedition vehicle. This is what it's designed to do. Occasionally I keep opening the doors just to make sure they don't seal up. Lovely and dry inside. It's my backup vehicle just in case. My water might have frozen earlier, but I had the heating on, so it would have defrosted it. So yeah, just to make sure the doors don't freeze shut, I occasionally just open them, make sure there's no ice. I have sprayed it all with de-icer, and that should help. What a great tent. This is turning out to be one of my favorite tents now, it just really is. It would be brilliant if the rainfly was integrated into the tent as well, so you didn't have to set that up separately. But I think RBM will look at doing something like that. But look at where I am. Let me show you, because I've never stayed in this exact spot before. But let me give you a little look around. So down here, where I might actually do a wild camp in a wild camping tent, you never know. Just come through the drifts. Everything's crispy crunchy. I can't believe it's sleeting. At least it's not raining, but I really want snow. So here we have the outlet from the lake, the stream. You might have heard that on camera last night. We're going to walk all the way over to the lake now, go and check it out. I've camped here many times. This is just one of my favorite places. It's usually pretty deserted. Except for this instance, it's not deserted. I should probably explain, there is actually someone else camped here as well. I've got a stalker. I just can't shake him. He goes everywhere I go. But he's over there. You can just see his van and tent. He's got a lot of smoke coming out of his fire. Maybe we'll go and say hello to him in a bit. So this site, we're at just over 1,000 meters. I think we're at 1,200 meters. It's brutal here. Now I am fully suited. Got insulated pants on, boots, gloves, everything. Because the wind chill, even though it's only -1 Celsius, the wind chill is unbelievable. Check out his camp. It's Abel. He's parked up there. So we came in, we met up in another town, and then we drove in here yesterday. Because we go where the storms are, and safety in numbers. It's when you're coming into places like this, it's kind of sketchy going in by yourself. Just psychologically, it feels better having someone else there with you. Plus, you know, you just have a bit of a good laugh when you're not filming, when you're not doing camping stuff. You get together, have a beer, and have a laugh. So here's the lake. This is such a wild, crazy place. So all of this is puddle, but it's all frozen solid now. Crunch. Whoa. Oh, there you go. Gross. It's so grim, I've got to say. And it's gonna get way worse. So the next 24 hours, we're gonna have massive sustained winds and gusts. It's gonna be a real test of that tent. And we could end up with a lot of snow, or we could end up with a lot of rain. Honestly, you just can't tell here. I'm betting on a lot of snow, deep. And with this much wind, it's not actually gonna settle much. It'll blow away. But that means the drifts will be huge. And they block your way out, and they end up all around the tent, building up the walls of the tent and the truck. Snow drifts. Absolute nightmare. I wish I had Bernie here with me, but as I said, he couldn't come on this one. He would be running around here like crazy, having a great time. Look at this. Beautiful water. It's just a magical spot in magical conditions, which is going to get a lot worse. I crossed here yesterday just to check out what that gate said, and there's no access for vehicles, but I did cross here yesterday. It's about 2 feet deep, but my truck, yeah, it's not a problem for my truck. Back here again, redemption camp, because I bailed last time from the tent, slept in the truck, copped a bunch of abuse that I should have stayed in the tent, even though I did try to explain to people, but you know, I've got to look after Bernie. And some people even say, well, leave Bernie in the truck and you sleep in the tent. It's like, I'm never ever going to do something like that. Only a non-dog owner would ever say something like that. Oh, look at it. Eventually, I'm hoping this is going to be a winter wonderland. So how much snow are we expecting? Well, the forecast says we could get 1 meter of snow. Yeah, in the next 48 hours we could get 1 meter of snow. What is that? Just over 3 feet. If that's true, and that happens, and we get these drifts with these gales, we're not getting out of here. We won't be able to clear the road. Won't be able to get past it. It'll be an absolute nightmare. Right, I'm gonna have a walk. Got to walk off dinner because I'm just not hungry. And then maybe on the way back we'll pop in and go and see the ginger. Well, walked a couple of kilometers, I'm almost back at the shelter, and the sleet has turned to snow. And the winds are picking up as predicted. So I think by tonight we'll have a blizzard on our hands. Should be interesting trying to film in that. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. I know winter is not for everyone. It's for just a few that like snow and like storms. But if you're like me, you live for this. Storms and snow. Love it. Right, I'm going to walk on a bit more. I'll definitely need some food by the time I get back, so we'll cook something up. But maybe we'll stop off and see what Abel's up to. This is awesome. I wish I got my goggles with me now. They're in the truck. Didn't think I'd need them. But when you change direction, it's coming straight into your face. Sleet is way worse than snow though. Okay, there's Abel. Filming away. Man, this is absolutely brutal. It's just gonna get way worse. Only crazy people are out right now. There's only 2 crazy people here. Me and the ginger. I like his tent. The Nor tent, Gammy 6. It's a good tent. It's probably more aerodynamic than my Russian Panda, which is still standing, luckily. But Abel's got his wiper blades out. What a professional. This is a hardened expedition expert pro.
Welcome.
Cozy cocoon. Now, Abel promised me that when my tent blows down, it's possible, that I can come up here and we can set our beds up together.
Yeah, because this is a bomb shelter. This ain't going anywhere.
With my camping boyfriend. Right.
Cut.
Cut, yeah, exactly. Edit that out. Right, everyone. Bring you back later. It's gross. Right. Had a quick chat with Abel. I think we're gonna hook up a bit later and go for a big walk up to the end of the road. He's running out of wood. Don't think he's that well prepared. Said he could have some of mine, my charcoal. Oh, these are getting big fat flakes now. Let's see what state the giant Panda is in. I am now much more confident with this tent than I was last time, because I'd never had it in a big storm before, and then last time obviously I saw how well it did and I didn't even have it fully guyed out then. Now I'm much more confident. But look at this, isn't it beautiful? And the tent just looks so cool. It looks like a little house. And I have to apologize if the sound is all off because there's something in the microphone or not. Look at that. It's a beast of a tent. So much room. Yeah, okay, not as aerodynamic as Abel's, but it's a different kind of tent. And it is very strong. Okay, I might do a little bit of maintenance. So I think I could tighten up the rainfly here by pulling these out a bit. Quite the ice build up now. But everything else seems fine. The truck's doing a great job of taking the brunt. I mean, that would all be stuck against the side of the tent. All right, everyone, I'm gonna do some maintenance on the tent. I'll bring you all back later for more storm watch. Wow, just as I got back, just as I finished re-guying it, we just had the biggest gust we've had so far. And we are moving. My concern is these poles bending. I've got to keep an eye on the pressure of them, make sure they're pumped up enough. I mean, they seem okay. So, it's just a question of keeping an eye on it. But it's going to get a lot worse. I'm ready. If I bail this time, it's because the tent has collapsed on me and has burst the air tubes. That would not be fun to film. Especially with a hot stove in here. The first job I'd have to do is get the stove out in a hurry, which is why I have fireproof gloves as well, so I can deal with the stove if necessary. Right, I need another coffee, and now I'm just going to watch the snow come down and these huge wind gusts. Oh boy. Right, we're going to do some brunch. Late breakfast, we're going to do waffles. I've got my waffle iron, Belgian waffle iron, on the fire, on the stove. It's been on there, I don't know, 10 minutes. I've cranked it. I've thought we'd have waffles. I was thinking maybe bacon and eggs or something, but I've had enough meat, she said. And I fancied something sweet. Sweet fix. It's just bucketing down out there with wet, slushy snow. It's pretty gross, I have to be honest. I prefer the dry stuff, but this will make it easier to drive out. Because the wet stuff doesn't drift. The wind doesn't take it anywhere, so it just sticks. As long as it doesn't turn to rain, which I don't think it will, because we're now at 0 Celsius. Then we should be fine. Okay, now I've never made waffles on a waffle iron like this before. So there's every possibility I'm going to screw this up, okay? You're meant to preheat both sides, which I've now done. Then you pour, I think you spray some oil in. Okay. Pour your waffle mix in. Don't overfill it. That might be too much. You close it. Okay. Then turn the fire down a bit. And then you let it sit for 5 minutes. Hey Siri, set timer, 5 minutes. But you turn it over halfway through. Now I'm going to have to open some windows. It's going to get quite stinky and smoky in here. I've got the 2 top vents open. I've got a big window open here behind me. Okay, I think that's all we do. We wait, and I turn it over in 5 minutes. I don't know if this is going to work. The weather outside is frightful. Absolutely gross. What can I say? But that's why I'm here. I'll take you all out again soon to see what's going on. Alright, we just need this, and then I've got maple syrup, Canadian maple syrup here. Yep, Canadian maple syrup. This is gonna be scrummy if I get it right. If I screw it up, well, I'll be quite upset. Okay, now we've either spilt some. I have to turn this down. Okay, bring you back. Hopefully we'll have success. We're halfway through. Let's turn it over. 2.5 minutes. That time's up. This is a make or break. Oh, wow. I could have put more in. Is it done? It is done. Perfection. Look at that. I might even have another one. If this is that good, I might have another one. Let's keep that hot. But that has come out absolutely perfectly. Look at that. Let's get some maple syrup on. Lashings of maple syrup. Fill the little holes. There you go. And there we have it. Whoa! Belgian waffle at 1100 meters in a snowstorm with Canadian maple syrup. Yum! Let's get into this. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Wow. Oh, that's fluffy. That's so fluffy, it's lovely. I reckon if I did it for another minute, I might get a crispy waffle. Yeah, I've got to do another one. They're too good. I don't know if the camera's picking up all the snow falling outside, but the truck is doing a great job, I'm telling you. Some of the gusts have been absolutely incredible, and the truck has taken the brunt. Okay, we're doing that again. 100% we're doing that again. That was just too good. Do I need to heat both sides again? I guess I do. Alright, so basically you heat both sides, get the spray on, and then we're good to go. Right, I'm going to have another one. I think after that, we might go and just have a little wander around. There's some tarns up this way that I might take you to go and see, because it's so beautiful. Okay, I put this one on longer and I completely filled it. So I did this one for 6 minutes. Oh, you see, I think that can do longer. That can go longer. I need to brown the other side. So we'll give that another couple of minutes on that side. But I'm loving this waffle iron. It's so cool. I don't know what brand it is. I got it on Amazon. Nordic Ware Waffle. Belgian waffle iron. It's so easy, and you can't overfill it, which is great. I use an electric one in Buddy, and that overfills all the time. It's tiny. This is awesome. It's so simple to use. I guess you could just use it on a burner, on a gas cooker. You don't have to use it on a stove, but it's working so well on the stove. Right, let's see how this looks in a couple of minutes. Okay, let's try it. That was a couple of minutes. Okay, that side looks good. Let's see if this side looks good. Actually, you know what? They can both go on, I think, a bit longer. I want it a bit crispy. I think it's because I haven't got this turned up, my stove. So what, they're cooked, but I want them crispy on the outside. Anyway, I'll bring you back when I'm plating up. All right, they're definitely done this time. Whether it's going to be crispy or not, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's crispy. Look at that, just fits. Awesome. All right. Now that's going to soak up some of the lovely maple syrup that's already in there, but I've got to add a bit more. Just got to do these things, you know. Right, I'll have this. I'm going to have one more coffee, and then let's go and check out the tarns that I found. It's a new spot. I've never seen these before. And we'll have a look at this storm. Hopefully it doesn't change to rain. I'm nervous that it's going to change to rain, but I think it's still cold enough that it will snow. Oh, very crispy. Oh, that's it. That's what I wanted. Fluffy on the inside, crispy on the out. Perfect. Oh. Crispy waffle with fluffy interior. Oh. Oh, right, I've got to get out, move about a bit. I was sitting here too warm, suited and booted. Let's go. Check it out outside. It was blizzarding a minute ago. It's on and off. Might even be a little bit of a melt going on, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's not really settling. Kind of melting around the truck area. Let's see what the side of the truck looks like. Oh, yeah, you see, look, it's kind of melting. If that freezes tonight, it'll just be a solid chunk of ice.
I think the Starlink is actually heating. You can see it's dripping off there. So the Starlink is heating. But nothing else happening. Look, the windscreen's clear. It's not sticking. All right. Well, we'll see what tonight brings. It could get very wet. You never know. All right, I'm going to go for a wander. And then we'll think about what should do for dinner. And also, I want to do a cigar tonight. Definitely want a cigar. Yeah, it's getting worse again. Got a bit of a lull there. But I think it's settling in now. I don't think rain's coming. I think we're definitely going to get more snow. Right, going for a wander. Well, that was funny. We went down to the waterfront and there's a guy camping there with his grandson, Dave. I've met him before. He's a local, so he's going to be there a few nights, but he's way down there. Past where I camped last time, just on the edge of the bush line there. So the weather situation, sitrep is, it's deteriorated, getting absolutely caked now. Temperature's dropping again. I think tonight's going to be pretty brutal. And yeah, I'm going to be wide awake all night, I think, with the noise in the tent, worrying about it. I can see it taking an absolute hammering from here. You probably won't be able to see it though on camera from here. It's taking a pounding. And the wind direction has changed slightly, so the truck isn't providing the protection it was before, but to be honest, it doesn't need it on the side, it only needs it from the back. So I'm not going to move the truck. I'm going to leave it where it is, because if the wind direction changes again and comes from behind, I need the truck there to protect the back of the tent. That's where it catches most of the snow. The side, the side doesn't catch it, just bounces off. I'll show you what I mean up here now. But these conditions, oh man, my goggles are getting caked. Yeah, these conditions are pretty brutal. Camera's gonna get covered very quickly here, so I'm leaving it to the last second to show you what's going on. Woo, that's stinging. Gotta have goggles, it makes such a huge difference. So here we go. See what I mean about the snow's coming in from the side now. But again, that's okay. It's strongest on the side. Just means that far corner is catching a lot of wind. But again, I can't keep moving the truck. It's a futile effort. I wish there was Velcro at the bottom here holding this door closed as well. Let's see what the truck looks like. Oh, guy lines everywhere. Nicely caked. Alright everyone, see you inside. Massive gust of wind just now. What time is it? It's now 2 o'clock. I was just lying on the bed and the pole just bent about there, just bent down. This is when it's meant to start getting really gusty, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. What? It was a sustained gust as well. My only concern is the stove, that it pulls the pulls the flue off the stove. If it does that, it's a bit of a problem. It is moving the stove a lot, but it seems okay. Yeah, so it bent there. I guess the wind direction is now hitting more that side. I wonder if I need to inflate these beams a bit more, but they're so solid. I don't think I can inflate it any more, because there's a relief tube there as well, so a pressure relief tube.
valve. So even if I pump it up, I reckon it's going to release the air immediately. All I can do is just wait and see what happens. But that was a massive gust, and it really did bend quite a bit just there. So that's where it bent last time as well. But the thing is, the beauty of the inflatable tent is it bends and then pops straight back up again, as long as it doesn't burst. That's the key. All right, well, bigger gusts are coming, I think. So let's see how this tent copes. I'll be doing this the whole time. And it is 26 degrees Celsius in here. It's hot, it's lovely, it's toasty. I'm drying out my gear that got soaked from my walk earlier. I think it's all pretty much dry now. If anything happens, I really hope it doesn't, I'll bring you back. Right, the wind's getting quite strong. These gusts are pretty violent. I've felt the tube. Look at this. It bends a bit, just pushing it like that. So I'm going to go pump it up a bit more. Add some pressure in. Because I think what happens is, because it has a pressure relief valve, when it gets hot in there, it releases air, but of course, then once it cools down, there's not enough pressure. So I need to get the pump. We need to go and deal with this. As I've said in the past, I wish it had an inflation port inside. It would make it so much easier to deal with. Wouldn't have to come outside then. Oh, and it's such a pain putting this on. Okay, see what the pressure is. Yeah, it's down. You can definitely increase it a bit. Okay, I can hear the release valve. Yeah, I'm tempted to leave this connected so I can just come out and pump it up again if I have to. So yeah, I'm going to leave that plugged in. I don't see why not. And then if I need to add more, I can quite easily. Oh, wow, it's so grim. Oh, gosh, but there's a bit of a melt going on. I think it's +1, just above freezing. So actually, there's a bit of a melt. Not much. And it has stopped snowing for now. But the forecast says another 50 centimeters to come, so we'll see. Oh, right. Let's see how different that is. Feels slightly better, but only just. Yeah. Okay, well, I've tried my best. The release valve is in that corner, the relief valve. Nothing I can do about it. You just can't get this pressure above 6.5, 7 psi. I'd say it needs that pressure release valve. That relief valve needs to be another psi higher. I might have to tell them this at RBM, just so you can stop this bending here from the force of the wind. But it does pop straight back up again, but anyway. All right, I'm gonna settle down and relax. Oh, more massive gusts. Now this one is bent down. It just bent down quite a bit, but popped straight back up. Oh man. When's it gonna be over? I don't know. It's almost 5 o'clock. I just don't want the middle one to bend. The main support. That would be very bad. Okay, well, I can usually hear the wind coming. I don't know what it would be like without the truck parked here. Okay. I guess we'll just keep hanging on. There's nothing else we can do. All right, it's dinner time. 7 p.m. Got to go to the truck, get dinner. It's been snowing now for a little while. I think about half an hour. It seems to be getting a bit heavier. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Oh, it's really coming down. Holy moly, we're getting caked. All right, well, this might be the big dump that they were talking about. Okay. Oh. Woo. Okay. Need to get in my fridge here and find what I'm gonna have for dinner. So I'll bring you back in a sec. Some coleslaw. We're gonna have some coleslaw, and we're gonna have some tender and saucy bourbon beef brisket. Yum. Let's get in there. Oh, it's really coming down. What's the truck like now? Oh yeah, we're getting absolutely pancaked here. I'll have to come out a bit later and see what it's like, because it said something like 50 centimeters tonight, half a meter. And it's starting to settle and weigh down the tarp on the tent, so I need to bash that off. Yeah, it's settling on the tent a bit. So let me just... I thought I heard it falling off all by itself, but I guess not. So let's give it a... There we go. Okay, that's better. Wow, that just shows that having the second layer tarp, rainfly, doesn't let the heat out. All right, let's get dinner ready. All right, so we're doing the Beacon Sons bourbon beef brisket. Very simple. Got the pan on. You just basically cut it and put the whole thing in. Lovely. I've got a window open behind me to vent it a bit because this is going to get a bit steamy, I think. All right, then we just heat that through for about 10-15 minutes. And then once it's on the plate, we put the sauce on. So we'll just put that here to keep it warm. That's it. And then we've got some coleslaw to add as well. And we're all good. I want to show you what it's like outside again, because it is really coming down. Check it out. It's really falling. I don't know if the camera is doing that any justice whatsoever, but it's really coming down. Now obviously the camera's showing the leeward side of the tent, but it's very blizzardy out there. If you went to walk in this, it would seem like a blizzard. The wind speeds are about 40 kilometers an hour. I think you need sort of like 70 or 80. But still, you wouldn't want to be out in that. That's pretty gross. All right, we're doing dinner, and we'll go outside and have a look at it later. Maybe I'll have a cigar out in it, just for fun. Alright, I think we're good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is open this pack of bourbon sauce. Okay, add that in the pan and then pour the whole lot onto my plate. There we go. Mix that around a bit. Lovely. All right. So we can just pour that straight onto my plate. Oh my goodness. Oh, this smells so good. All the snow is melting down into the chimney. Can you hear that sizzling? I'm having to swipe the snow off. All right, everyone. Beef Bourbon brisket with coleslaw in a blizzard. Awesome. Oh, and I need a beer. I've got to have a bite of this first, and then I'll go outside and get a beer. Bon appetit, everybody. Oh, it's hot. Hot. Yum. Oh, yum. Oh, this hits the spot. Bit of coleslaw in the bourbon juice. Beer. I've got ice, snow on it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming on this one. Ooh, that's cold. It's sitting outside in the snow. Lovely. Well, I'm going to tuck into this. And I think I might have some of Anne's. She's also made me a lemon drizzle cake. My wife. And I fancy some lemon drizzle cake. So we'll have that after this. And then maybe go outside with this for a cigar. See if that's even a possibility to film. So much snow coming off the roof now. Every time I bash it, just loads more comes down. But the thing is, what it's doing is, it's obviously piling up outside. So if I look here, this rain tarp shouldn't be here. It should be way out. And the reason for that is it's way down with snow. it's, let's see how far it's up here to. There. It's up to above the bed now. Look at that. Oh, it's so heavy. It's weighing down the entire. Well, what that means is, the good news is, it means there's so much rain on the, so much snow on the rain top on both sides. The other side is exactly the same. that the rainfly is so taut because of all that it's not flapping anymore. The wind, this thing has now turned into just an anchor. It's not moving, honestly. It's not budging. So, the only thing I'm worried about is, can it take the snow build up overnight? If we get 50 centimeters of snowfall overnight, this is going to weigh right down. So, I'm going to have to keep the fire going all night, keep it hot in here, just to get to keep the snow sliding off, sheening off, which it does do. It does sheen eventually. Oh, we're going to get a lot of snow. This is going to be epic. All right, I'm going to have a piece of Anne's lemon drizzle cake, and then we'll go and do a cigar. All right, time for lemon drizzle. Oh yes, look at the size of this. Thank you, Anne. I've got a massive lemon drizzle cake. I've got so much food. I've got way more food than I can possibly. I've probably got enough food to last me 2 weeks. Honestly. What with my emergency food, my backups, my supplies. If I thought I was going to be stuck here for a week, not a problem at all. Just so much. Oh, lemon. Lemon drizzle for the win. I almost wish I had some fresh lemon juice just to saturate it even more. Alright, and go out and have a cigar after this. Okay, I must be crazy. Let's do this. Let's go out. What I think I might do, because it's horrible out there, what I might do is actually sit in the truck and have a cigar. Just open the window a bit, or leave the door open, because I'm not sleeping in there anyway. So, check it out. I've got to check, at some point, got to check all the guy lines. Check how much snow has built up everywhere. So we've had about, almost 10 centimeters. It's building up around the sides of the tent, which is to be expected because it's sliding off the roof. So it's coming up quite high and then melting when it does. Now I can't really film it with the door open because the snow's going to blow right in. This is the side that's getting absolutely pancaked. Look at the state of that. Holy moly. Oh, well, at least it's not going in the intake. My snorkel and the front of the vehicle are clear. Right, let's get in here. Yeah, because there's nowhere out here I can have a cigar. Hang on, let me just have a look. Can I have one here? Oh, it is quite calm here, actually. I don't know. What do you reckon? Oh, no, it's coming straight down. No, let's go in. Have it in here. Okay. Oh, it's just all going to blow in, isn't it? How's this going to work? All right, let me work this out. Oh, okay. I've kind of worked it out. Excuse the crotch shot. Oh no, I've brought ice in. So I've got my back door partially open, so you might see some snow flicking in, and I've got my front window open. Theory is, it's all going to blow out. We shall see if that's correct or not. So we'll do a Monte Cristo number 4. I mean, I will go and have a little walk around outside as well, but I just wanted to light it in here, be a bit more comfy at first. It's a great space in here, I tell you. Even though I haven't got the heating on, it's better than being outside. What is the temperature in here? It is 0 in here. Sorry, 1 in here, 0 outside. All right, let's see if this works. If not, then we'll have to go outside. Let's see where the smoke goes. And it's possible I set my carbon monoxide alarm off because that's behind me. So I've got to keep an eye on that. Maybe I can open that back door a bit more. It seems to be sucking all the smoke out. Okay, good. That's what I thought might happen. So I thought it was going to go one way or the other. So let me just open this back door a bit more. There we go. We'll get a little bit of snow in, but a little bit of snow never hurt anybody. Now you can see the snowflakes coming in. Oh man. I don't think this is going to work. It's all coming in. Well, look, I just wanted to say thanks for coming along on this one, everyone. I hope you're enjoying it. This could be quite a long video if we're stuck here tomorrow as well. I was thinking of doing a wild camp. I've got a whole pack here with wild camping gear in. So you never know. I might get to do a wild camp just where I said I would, with no heating or anything, just hunkering down with all the right gear. Could be fun. And who doesn't like a good wild camp? England have just won their match against Mexico, so well done, England. That's just mainly the one thing I wanted to talk about. And also a movie I saw on Netflix with Taron Egerton, Apex. Great movie. Wow, what a performance from him. I think anyone could have done the role for Charlize Theron. I didn't think she was that brilliant, to be honest. I don't know what all the fuss about her is. Theron? I think she's okay, but yeah. All right, everyone. let's go outside. Let me just close everything up and we'll continue this outside and have a look around, see what it's like. Maybe we even walk over and see Abel, I'm not sure. It's a long way in this. Okay, bring you back in a sec. All right, once more onto the fray. Oh, it's just so grim. Right, I have to put my window up. Good thing about the Troopy, manual windows. No fancy electronics in this thing. Actually, it's not so bad here. I could probably do it here. Because the whole point is being out in this anyway. Let me turn you up a bit here. Hold on. It's just the wind that was the nightmare. Not really just the snow. And that's all coming from that side. Wow, what a camp. And you know what? What a tent. What an absolute beast of a tent. I should never have doubted it. Well, I should have done. You should always check first. But this thing has withstood gale force winds today. And at the last camp as well. So far it's withstood snow build-up. Just everything that's been thrown at it. It's done a great job. It hasn't leaked at all. It's warm, cozy. My only concern is this snow build-up on the roof here. You see how it's sagging? Now, I'm hoping as the fire warms that, this is why I've got to keep the stove on all night, it'll just slide off, a slushy mess, and accumulate at the bottom. That's what I hope anyway. Well, the big stuff's not going to happen until the middle of the night. So I've got a feeling I'm going to be getting up every hour to knock this snow off the roof and to make sure the fire is still cranking. It's going to be an uncomfortable night because it's going to be a hot night. Is what it is. That's storm camping for you. I wish this thing attached properly at the bottom, with zips at the bottom as well, not just a piece of Velcro, and there isn't anything on the bottom there anyway. And it'd be good if you could take all the fly mesh off. I just don't really need it. All right, you know what? I think I'm going to go in. I think I have nothing to prove out here now. Oh man. Wow. It's really coming in now. Oh yeah, I've got to go in. Oh man. It's so grim. Alright, I'll bring you back at bedtime, everyone. I'm gonna have a hot chocolate, relax, maybe watch a movie. There's no point going to bed too early. And yeah, see you at bedtime. And maybe we'll have another look outside and see what's happening. I finished my cigar, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go and check on Abel. See how he's doing. See if he's thriving or surviving. I'm sure he's doing just fine. But we'll go and surprise him and see what he's up to. We might not want to know what he's up to, but we'll go and check it out anyway. See how his tent is coping and if he's having any issues at all. Let's surprise him. you doing? Okay. Oh, I can see you brushing your teeth. You can see everything. I can see you brushing your teeth. I can see you through the canvas.
How can you see it?
I could see you through the canvas, brushing your teeth, and it did not look, well, it looked a bit rude. Anyway, that was funny. So I saw Abel. Yeah, he's just chilling. He's got a couple of leaks in his tent. Right, let's get back to ours. I left the lights on the truck and everything just so I could definitely see my way back. It's getting deep. This is going to be impossible to drive out of tomorrow. If we get 70 centimeters, almost a meter, half a meter, man, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be some tricky conditions. All right, everyone. See you at bedtime. Woo! Well, I'm all tucked in. The storm is really kicking off. The wind has picked up again. I've pumped some more air into the tent. So what I did was I brought the pump round to here, undid this panel, leant out and pumped up and added pressure. So I've left the pump here, just on the other side of this panel. So I'll be able to pump it up again in the middle of the night if I have to, because I noticed one of the beams was bending in slightly. So that's the thing, is you just got to keep topping it up. I'm going to have to keep the fire on all night on low, keep it warm so that it doesn't accumulate on the roof, although the wind is actually helping to stop that happening, because it's just blowing and it's flicking the snow off. But if we get 50 centimeters of snow overnight, which is what's forecast, 50, 70, oh, I don't know what we're going to do. That's a lot of snow for here to fall in such a short space of time, and it's not a ski resort or anything, you know. I mean, that's over the wheels of the truck, so how do you get out of that? You can't. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But I wanted to do another camp anyway. I wanted to go and do a wild camp, so I'm stuck here. I would pack everything away and go out and do a wild camp. All right, everyone, unless something massive happens in the middle of the night, and I really hope it doesn't, I'll see you all some point in the morning or later. I don't know, whichever comes first. Night, everybody. Okay, major problem. It's 1:30 for about 5 minutes now. I've been pushing the roof up. I woke up, I was like, what's going on? Something doesn't seem right. Couldn't hear anything, but I couldn't see anything, and my light didn't work. Then when eventually I got my light to work, I realized the roof was down to here, and it buckled from the weight of the snow. Oh, let me put my shoes on. So, I've just relit the fire, because the fire had almost gone out. Here, look, it's going. See that bend? That comes right down here. I've pumped it up, and still the bend is going. And the snow is building up so fast. But there's nothing to stop this from bending. And I don't know why. You can't lock it. You see it's bending here, look. There. And it comes right down, like right down to here. So what I've done is, I've got the fire going again. Hot, I'm gonna get it hot. I think it got coldish in here, and that was the problem. And yeah, the whole tent had come right down, the roof tent. So it must be absolutely coming down outside, because man, that was crazy. I think it was a combination. Why won't this stay up? It won't lock up. Look, now the beams are bent, and they were like that for so long. They want to stay like that. It's like I need something to prop them up, but I don't know what. I could use one. I've only got one tripod. I've got a couple of poles in the car, in the truck. I could put one here and one over there to hold them up at opposing ends, but I don't think it will hold. It will just slip off. So in the end, I had to lift massively up here and hold on up here. So if I could get two poles and stick them at the end here, one directly under here and one under there, that might work. I think I need to go out into this. I need to go and get the poles. Rain jacket. Oh, I'm so discombobulated. That was a nightmare. I was like, what on earth is going on? And I mean, for it to do that, I can't imagine how much snow there is out there. And then it got really, really loud with the weight of the snow. Okay, I'm gonna go out. Let's go and get these poles. And I'll bring you back in a sec. Okay, I'm gonna leave this door open. Oh man, what's going on out here? Oh yeah, it's deep. Oh, I don't know why it's pulling down so much. Okay, poles are here. Okay, I have to unscrew these things off the end or something, I don't know, to make it work. I've got to work it out. This is crazy. I can't believe it collapsed. I'm quite shocked. And now it just wants to keep collapsing. I'm not even sure we're at the height of it yet. All right, let me work on this and see what I can come up with. Okay. Oh man, I worked it out. Right, what I've done is, because I can't get those pointy bits off the end, so I've inverted the pole. So the base of the pole is now up here, wedged in the airframe. It comes all the way down, and the point is sitting on the box of charcoal into the charcoal. So it's not going anywhere. It's resting on there. And that is enough to stop this bending, look. See, it's stopping it. No matter which side I do, that's not coming down now. And I've done the same on the back as well. Same thing, pole into the corner. So that's now taking the weight in case it wants to drop. So both these beams are now holding. And that's basically done it. Poles to the rescue. You see, look at the bend here. Look at that. That's not normal. That would keep bending if it wasn't for these poles. So the poles did everything here. Oh man, that was hard work because it was pitch black and I'd just woken up. I was all groggy. I wasn't really sure what was going on. I couldn't see anything. That light's run out of battery, so I tried turning it on, didn't work, and I was crouched down, the roof was on my head, I didn't know anything. That was a nightmare. Oh, and that was my worry, was that it was down onto the stove. And it was right down. I was very lucky this thing had really died out. Otherwise it would have burnt a hole in the roof. But the pole thing, that should work. These are strong poles. So the two of them wedged underneath. Yeah. Oh, it's just a shame I can't take the ends off. I don't know how you take the ends of these things off. Maybe if I use pliers I could take them off, but it's working just sitting on the box like that because it's sitting into the charcoal. So it's bound up. So yeah, look, it's holding perfectly now. It was just flopping before. Because once it's bent, it's structurally, there's a crease in that then. And I guess it just always wants to bend. All right, wow, it's coming down. That was a bit much to deal with suddenly. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep now, but I tell you what, I'm not putting earplugs back in. If I didn't have earplugs in, I would have heard that happen. But it was just so windy. I need to calm down a bit before getting back into bed. And I need to make sure this holds. So, bring it back in a sec. Oh, okay. Back in bed. Oh, you know what I was just thinking? Oh, I'm so lucky I didn't have Bernie with me. My border collie. He would have been so scared with that. And it would have been right here and in the way, and that would have been a nightmare. Oh, and this is why last time I bailed with Bernie and slept in the truck. And it did collapse in the middle of the night and pop back up, but this wasn't going to pop back up. There was too much snow on it. It was just going to collapse right down to the floor. And this is why I bailed, because I didn't want to put Bernie through it. So my decision to bail was fully vindicated. No matter what other people say, that was the right choice. All right, so now I've got this propped up with these two poles. I'm hoping that's it now. It must have, I'm trying to work out what happened. A big gust of wind must have come down, hit it, it bent, and pulled snow and just didn't pop back up because it was completely collapsed. Because I got up and I was like, wait, what's going on with the roof? And it was pitch black, I couldn't see a thing. All right, everyone. The fire is roaring now. It's going to be burning hot in here soon. Which means the tubes are going to expand. They're going to get extra strong because it's going to heat all the air up in the tubes. And luckily I had the pump right here at the window, like I said. And I gave it a few pumps and got it back up to pressure. So I'm glad I did that as well. And I'm hoping once it's warm enough, the snow won't stick. But it is coming down outside. So, I don't know what situation's going to be like in the morning. I don't even know if I'm going to get back to sleep now. It's 1:30. I'm going to doze and drift, but it's going to be too hot to sleep. Alright, bring you back if something else happens. Oh, it's 4:30. I haven't had a wink of sleep. I've had to do more stuff, and now the winds have picked up again and it's really raging. So my ice scraper for my truck is there. You can just see it here. I've got that resting on a charcoal box down here, and I've got a glove on the end of it, and that's pushing against the roof to stop the snow from sitting on the roof, which is what it was doing. Now it's sliding off. And then this side is just wind. Not much snow forming on this side at all. It's all sort of coming in on that side and sticking. It does slide off eventually, and it's a huge noise. But outside it's just raging. And we're getting these massive gusts of wind. The poles are doing a fantastic job. That has made the biggest difference to this tent, is having these two poles here. Biggest difference. I should have done that right from the outset. You can see the beams are bending. Can you see there? Bending and bending. Only just, but that's because the pole is now taking the weight of everything. And this beam is bending right here. You can just see the bend here. Yeah, and the other one as well. So there's nothing I can do about it. I think it's compromised now that it's bent so much. It's now compromised and needs to sit properly inflated for a day or two to fix that. But without these poles now, I would never do it. So I will always bring poles with me And the first thing I'll do when I set this tent up is put those poles up just to help support it. Because these just want to go. These beams, they just want to bend. These poles are doing a great job. Oh, it's raging out there. It's just... It's so violent and it's deep out there now. Pretty deep. I reckon there's about almost 50 centimeters of snow out there now. 40 to 50. Oh, I'm just going to lie here and try and snooze. Oh, there's nothing else I can do. Got to wait till daylight and then we'll go and assess the situation. 5:30. Oh, I got a little bit of sleep. And then I suddenly felt my head was getting cold and I realized the fire was going out. So I had to restock it. And then it started raging even more again. I don't like the bends in these beams. Yeah, this one is really bent now. Okay. Oh, look at that one. Look at there. Can you see that bend? And this is just drooping, look. I mean, they will pop up. It's just they're all resting on the poles now. Look, you see, I think it moves up. Oh well, is what it is. The poles have done a great job, phenomenal job. Oh, that's been the real hero, has been the poles. I need it to stop storming so I can go out and see what's going on. Alright, well, we've still got another couple of hours until daylight, so let's try and get a bit more sleep. Oh, what a shocker. This is why it's better in the truck. Oh, morning everybody, it's 7:30. I got sleep, finally. I got some sleep, which is good, because I trusted the poles. I'm not sure what's going on out there at the moment, whether it's sleet, rain or snow, but we've got quite a good dump of snow last night. Not 70 centimeters, no, more like 30 centimeters, a foot. That's what I think anyway, from what I can see out the window. But it's meant to continue all day and start heavily snowing again. So I've got a decision to make, because this tent is now completely compromised. And let me show you why I'm saying that. You see that? See that bend? All four beams now have this bend in them. There's a fold in all four beams on the inside here, or outside I should say. And that fold is now there. You can't remove the fold. It's like having a bent normal tent pole. So all four are doing that. They're all drooping. The only thing keeping this roof up right now and not collapsing on me are the two poles. 1, 2 that are holding this thing up. So if I hadn't had these poles with me, I would have had to bail and go to the truck. And if I'd had Bernie with me, that would have been, yeah, I'd have to, I mean, it would have been a nightmare for him. I'd have had to drag him outside in the snow and everything, sort out the truck, get sleeping gear in there, get his sleeping gear in there. It would have been an absolute disaster. So when people lecture me about the fact that I should have stayed in the tent, or I'm a pussy, which is what some person called me, even though I said it was because of Bernie that I didn't want to go through all of that, that's why. I'm fully vindicated. I knew something like this could happen to this tent, and that was my biggest concern. And now it is completely compromised. All four beams bent. So now I've got to work out what to do today. Do I stay another night in this tent with just two poles holding this up, which are balanced on 2 boxes of charcoal? Or do I pack this down today and switch to do a wild camp? Just nearby, just in the snow. Because it's so deep, I don't even know if we're going to drive out of here today. So I'll make that decision a bit later. First of all, I need to get up and get a coffee on. Right, I've got to pump the tent up a bit. So I've bought the pump here, but the snow is now up to here. So it's above the bed. So I've got to push the snow away a bit to get to the pump. Okay. And I'm hoping this is going to help with these air tubes. Oh, there you go. So that's the pressure, because the pressure relief valve has come on. So I'm going to pop these up. Let me just move you out of the way a sec. Let's. Come on, stay up. Okay. No, they're compromised now. That's it. They're screwed. I don't think this tent can be recovered. They're folded now. There's folds in them. So I think the Panda is dead. Admittedly, it was never designed for these conditions in the first place. They actually specifically tell you not to use it in less than 0 Celsius. But I can't recover that. And I can't trust it now, because all the tubes are compromised. The one at the end there is bending like crazy. Look at that one. That's not going to look like that. It's not going to have this droop here. And up here as well. It's just everywhere. It's all, yeah. I mean, look, you can see it there. It's folding. This is already folding again, even though I've put full pressure in. Look at that. That's not a trick of the camera. That's actually what that tube looks like. If I took these poles away, I guarantee the whole thing comes down straight away. So, the question is, that I have to decide later, is what to do. Right now, I really need a coffee on. I've got to chuck some, I need to get the fire up to temperature. So we'll do that now. What a night. And what a day I've got. Ugh. Okay, now the fastest burning stuff I've got to make this fire rock very quickly. Actually, I've got some. Let's get some kindling in there just to get some flames going really fast. And then I can chuck more charcoal on. My ash pan area is completely full now. I've got to empty some ash soon, because it's not going to get any airflow. Luckily I did bring an ash pan and shovel with me, so I'll be able to throw that out. Right now, let's just get it hot. We'll deal with that afterwards. Okay, that'll catch. Ooh, I've got to say, oh, it's coming down with snow outside. We'll have to go outside after I've had a coffee and have a little explore and see what's going on, see what the state of the truck is. I'm sure it'll be okay, because it's only 0. I don't even think it's -1. I've got a bit of a puddle here as well. Down here I've got a puddle. It's not very big, but it's where water is coming in through here as snow is melting. That is just a thing with hot tents though. Water comes in. it would actually be nice if you could isolate the floor under here, so you could unzip the floor bit here, or fold it back or something, just so water goes into the ground. But that's okay. That's not that much. It's about half a cup. All right. Bring it back for coffee. These are some of the biggest snowflakes I've ever seen. Check this out. They're just huge. I don't even know if you can make that out. Let me try a different setting on the camera. Hang on. All right. Can you see now? Or is it just a whiteout? They're massive. We're getting absolutely pancaked. You can see I've smoking away there. Oh, I've got to have my coffee, and then we've got to sort this tent out. So what I'm going to do is, I've made a decision, because the tent is compromised. Turn this on so you can see me. Because the tent is completely compromised now, and I'm not joking here. I'm not being a drama queen. That is not normal. These have got big folds in them now, which are weak points. This is bending completely. This wants to go. It just wants to give up. Which means the main beam there's a lot of pressure on this one. And that's bending a bit as well. But these are gone. And the two behind me are gone as well. So they could tear. Anything could happen there. They could rip, pop, anything. Would be a nightmare. So I've made a decision. I am going to pack down the tent today, probably around lunchtime or so. I'm going to have a coffee, something to eat, relax, stay warm. Slowly start packing stuff away later. And then I'm going to use my wild camping gear. I'm going to go and do a wild camp. That will be in the next video. But for now, yeah, I just need a coffee because it's still quite early. What is it? Almost 8 AM. And just watch the snow come down because it's just so pretty to watch. It's not pretty to be in it though. And then we'll go outside and assess the situation after this coffee. Oh. Camping! Whee! Well, I am impressed with what this tent has dealt with though, I have to say. This RBM Panda. But I am going to ask for a new one because I can't use this anymore. It's totally ruined. It's been, I've used it a lot though. I have used it a lot. So, and this was one of the very first ones. So it's not surprising that I've destroyed it. I mean, I've had Zempire tents buckle as well, but not sustained like this where it's so compromised. Well, I'm going to have coffee. I'm going to maybe have 2 coffees and then we'll go outside. It's just still raging. Right, before I go out and clear up and everything, I need to do a number 2. And the long drop toilet is all the way in the distance. And I don't fancy going out to a long drop toilet, walking through half a meter of snow and getting absolutely drenched. So, as promised, I brought with me my toilet. And there it is. And in here, I haven't had a toilet yet. There's a whole bag and everything that you set up that's connected. You do your business in there, and then you seal it up and it's all done. And it doesn't have any odor or anything. It's got crystals in it. It works out and it completely seals shut. You don't notice anything. Absolute lifesaver. And this is what I used in Alaska, this exact same model. And it folds up flat. So it's very easy to transport and it's very, very strong. So for people who asked, there it is. And I've never used this one before. This is brand new. So I'm going to christen literally the latrine. I'm not going to film that. Poo in a bag, all sealed. You can go straight in the rubbish bag and there's like granules in the bottom that process it. Awesome, so that just goes in the trash. All right, let's go do this. Okay, let's do this. Oh, wow. Wow, that's deep. Whoa. Okay. Whew. Holy moly. That's got to be over 100 kilos of snow. Ah. You know what? It's not as bad as I thought it might be on the tent, but I think the truck took the brunt. Oh yeah. So much snow underneath and must have fallen off. That is well and truly caked. And it's a wet, slushy snow. It looks heavy. You can see where it's all pressed in on the tarp here. Ah. All right. I think starting the truck would be a good idea at some point. Do that sooner rather than later. But we've got to start thinking about how we're going to pack this down. Look, this door is saturated. See that? It's just water resistant, not waterproof. Only the rainfly is waterproof. I think it was just the sheer weight pulling down on here of all this snow, and that's what's caused it to bend and collapse. You just can't take the weight of the snow. Nightmare. Okay. I think the best thing to do I don't know what the best thing to do is. What do you think I should do? This is very, very heavy, wet snow. If this had been dry snow, could have been a meter deep. Oh, my hands. I think I need to start shoveling all the snow off the side of the tent. That's probably the first thing I should do, just to get the weight off it. Yeah. So I think we've got some shoveling to do. So I'll go and get my shovel. We'll get on with that. Great success! Okay. Might start the truck now, warm the engine up a bit. Need to dig out around the other side of the truck as well. All right, done all that. Camera's getting caked, I'm getting caked. I'm gonna go in, warm up a bit and start packing down all my gear, and then we'll come back and pack everything away afterwards. Okay, sit rep. I've had to switch microphone because my normal microphone is now kaput from all of the water and ice and snow. It's bucketing down with snow out there. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to take me 2 hours to pack this all away, this tent. Just the tent, let alone all my gear. So, as fun as that seems, there's no way I'm going to have the energy to then do a wild camp after that. It's just not going to happen. So it's just going to be this one video. Bit of a long one. But better to do that than to force a camp that I don't want to do. I don't want a wild camp now. I don't want to be out in this because it's a heavy, heavy slushy snow. It's really gross. And inside a tent, that will just be, inside a wild camp tent, that will be absolutely grim and so disgusting and just not worth it. I'd rather come out and do a separate one in the snow, which we might be able to do. So here's the plan. I'm going to pack everything away that's in here. I'm going to let the stove go out. I'm going to pack everything into the truck. And then once I've cleared everything out, we'll start packing the tent down. It'll take me an hour to empty all of this and put it all in the truck and organize it. So I'm not going to film any of that. I'm just going to get on and do it. And then I'll come back and film packing down the tent. Hoorah! Which is not going to be fun. I don't even know if we can get out of here, to be honest. It will be interesting to see. I don't know what Abel is going to do. I'll leave it to him, whatever he wants to do for himself. But yeah, I just want to go home at this point. I'm exhausted. After last night and the night before, just so tired. So, pick you all up when we're packing down the tent. Okay, sit rep. Pretty much everything's gone now. I've left one pole here because that's all that's holding this up. Look, I've taken the other pole away and that's already collapsing. Instantly I did it. It's gonna go. Just crazy. Crazy. I've had to open these a bit just to relieve some of the pressure on this door that's pulling it down. But everything else is out. It's an absolute filthy mess in here, but you know, I'm not using the tent again. It's going in the rubbish because it is basically now broken. That's beyond repair in here. The damage to these beams is just too much. It will collapse the second a big gust of wind hits it and compromise. I can't even really give it away because it would be giving away a very risky product. If they had a stove in here, and look at it collapsing here, if that collapsed on the stove, it could catch fire, anything could happen. So that's the end of this Panda. I've still got to pack it all down though. So what we'll do is I might just wander over and go and see Abel because the storm is meant to slow down a bit. And I don't want to pack down in this because look, it is coming down. I don't know if you can actually even make it out. It's so bad. So much snow. That's crazy. Crazy volume. Wow. I hope you can make that out. These are massive flakes. So yeah, I've moved the truck to here. Everything is loaded up inside. Check it out. So the tent will go here. If we get stuck going out, so I'm not going to wildcap. I think we're both tired, exhausted, and it's just risky. So we're going to go home. But if we get stuck, if we can't get out, my plan is to sleep in here, pop the roof tent up, because the winds will have died down, pop the roof tent up and sleep up there. I'll be comfortable up there, warm up there, I've got the heating on. That's what this was designed for, and I can just leave all this stuff down here. It won't matter at all. I can climb up in there. I can even access it from the outside on my ladder. I don't have to go in to get in the roof tent. Right, everyone, let's go and see Abel. I'm gonna go and have a coffee at Abel's, and he's run out. He's packed everything into the van, so I'm bringing supplies, burner, some coffee and some water to Abel's so we can both have a refreshing beverage of coffee. Man, this is deep.
It's up to my knees in some spots. Don't know if you've ever walked in deep snow. It's a nightmare. This is serious. Look at all this snow. I don't think we're getting out of here. I think we're gonna make it to the road and that'll be it. I think we're stuck here another night at least, which means, yeah, I do have a backpack full of gear if I feel later like setting up a wild camp, but I really don't. I'd rather sleep in the roof tent. But this is the biggest snowstorm I think I've ever been in, by far, because it's just so wet and heavy. Usually I'm in dry stuff that blows away, but these are massive wet flakes. Driving out's gonna be horrible. Right, let's see what Abel's up to. Whew. Looks like Abel tried to get out. Might have got stuck. Where's...
I just checked the weather. It's gonna snow all day like this. We're screwed.
There's no one I'd rather be stuck with more, Abel,
Yeah.
than my wife. Alright, I'm gonna have a coffee here with the ginger, and I'll bring you back to let you know what we decide to do. Safety in numbers though, safety in numbers. Alright, sitting in Abel's tent, having a coffee. He's just gone off to start his fan. I can hear some expletives in the background, sorry. It's very, very serious now. We don't know what to do. I don't even think this is gonna show up. It might just look like it's a white blur, but that is a wall of heavy, heavy snowflakes out there. And without doubt, the heaviest snowstorm I've ever been in, wettest snowstorm for camping. Nothing like it. The only time I've ever seen snow like this is in a ski resort in Canada and in France, maybe Japan, but it's just accumulating. The longer we sit here, the harder it's going to be to get out of here. So I don't know what we're going to do. We might try and push out and see how far we get. If we get stuck, we just camp. We stay where we are. I pop the roof tent up and I just stay in there for 24 hours. Abel's just started his van. I think he wants to take it for a drive. I think he wants to attempt to see if it will move. So what we can do is have a look. Hang on. Let me put my hood up. Let's watch him. Can hear him yapping away to his camera before, screaming at the amount of snow that had come out. So let's go see what's occurring with him. I think he's going to go for it. Oh, look at this. I mean, even if it's blizzard conditions, you just can't see a thing. The camera is probably picking up more than I can see. This is crazy. I don't think we're getting out of here. Here he goes. Oh. Come on. Take your handbrake off, Abel. Gosh, you actually got stuck. Come on. Uh-oh. Come on, Abel, you can do it. Go, 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 go. Go, oh.
What are you doing, man? He's such a bogan. Oh, was that it? Was that it?
I can't go anywhere.
It won't move? Have you got the soft shackle on? You need to fit that. Alright, try again. Just go in a straight line backwards, don't turn. Whoa. He did it. Let's see if we can make it back. Alright. Okay, well. Oh. Yeah, alright, well, let's see what we do. We'll work it out. Okay, we've made a decision. We're going to use Abel's tent as a base. We've just checked the news. The whole area is in a state of emergency. All the roads closed. It's flooding. Huge problem. So I'm going to pack my tent down. I've got the diesel heater running in my truck. I might put my chains on and then I'll drive over to Abel's tent. It's a miracle that thing's still standing, but it's because of the pole. So I'm going to pack this down now. It's going to take me ages. I'll try and film some of it, but these conditions are brutal. Okay, I'm going to have to dig out all the pegs. And pull all the guys out. It's such a shame that I'm going to have to go through all this work for a tent I'm not even going to keep. But c'est la vie is what it is. Okay, so as soon as I take this pole out, I think it's going to collapse. Right, so I've just got to go around, pick up the 20 or so pegs, and then roll it up, pack it away, and never see it again. I'll bring you back when I've done it all. Okay, let's see if we can drive over to Abel
I'm not going to set a camera up outside. We'll film inside.
Okay, let's do this. Woo. Right, I've got boiling hot air coming from my heater, my diesel heater. Let me just turn that right down because we're getting cooked here. I hope that worked. Oh, I'm all discombobulated, and also I've got low blood sugar because I haven't eaten breakfast or anything. I had an OSM bar and that was it. Okay. This is gonna be tricky. I'm sorry about the noise on the windscreen from the air. It's just we're misting up. I need to be able to drive over there to see Abel. Okay, let's try this. I'm in low range. Got to try and find the track. Here we go. Here's the road. Come on. Just need to get on it. Nope. Nope. I might have to put chains on. Yeah. Wow, it's so deep. Look at that. This might have to be chains. Oh, I'm on the track. Come on. Okay. I'm in the ruts. Not much going on though. We try and lock the rear diff. See if that makes any difference. Nope. I'm just digging in here. Alright, I'm gonna have to try the front diff as well. I'm in low range. Let's see how this goes. Oh man. I'm just getting bogged down. It's so thick. Gosh, I don't know if the camera's doing that justice. It's a foot thick. We might, oh, come on, oh, almost. Okay, so I'm going to bring you back. It's just so thick. So thick. Alright, I made it through. Made it to Abel's. He said it was pretty epic.
It was the funniest thing I've seen in quite a while.
There's a trail of devastation behind me. Eventually I punched through, but it was 4 foot high, some of the drifts, and it was just so noisy. And I just had to keep reversing, banging into it. So now Abel's going to pack up his Nord tent, and then we're going to see how far we can get. So wish us luck. Okay, we're going to try it. I can't see the road at all. It's just a whiteout, so I'm going to have to guess where the road is. I think it's somewhere over here. I'm just making it up as I go along, but it is a total whiteout, so I can't actually see what I'm doing, whether I'm on the road. Just don't know. Do not know. There are no markers. Oh, that feels like I've got some grip there. Whoa. Yeah, I can't see the road. I'm not on the road. I'm definitely just forging a path here, but I can see a flat patch here and I know the road is just ahead. So if I can just get on it, here it is. Okay, I'm on the road. Here we go. All right, I'm on the road. But the bad news is, it's very deep. Let's see if I can plow through. Wow, that's so deep. I need to take you outside to show you what the problem is. And I'm gonna have to put chains on, I think. So let me just carve a path to put my chains on. Oh, I've got some traction here. Hang on. I might have found the road. I don't know if you can see anything, but there's the sign. Oh, there's the road here. Okay, maybe if I back up I can help Abel get through here, because he's not going to make it where I just came from, not even close. Alright, so I'll bring you all back once I've forged this path. Okay, sit rep. I've made it to the sign, but it's impossible. This is not going to work. Abel won't make it. I can't keep doing this. I'm going to run out of fuel by the end of the road. I'm going to put the chains on. I'll show you with the chains on once it's done. But it's the only way, is to put my big V-bar chains on. So I'll bring you back when I've done that. Okay, chains are on. The V-bar, massive things. Took me about 20 minutes because I had to scoop out a whole load of snow because it was all jammed up. But the biggest problem is going to be trying to get out of here. There's a few things. One, you cannot see the road. Nothing at all. I don't know where it is. And there's a massive drift there. We keep hitting this pack. It's just too deep. And now we've got another problem, which is that Abel is stuck. So I'm gonna have to tow him out or winch him out. I haven't got a kinetic strap. I've only got a tow rope. I'm not sure I'm gonna get enough traction, even with chains on. And I carved a path for him and he is jammed. No, he's not getting out. It's futile. We're never going to get out of here. We might have to I don't even know if we'll get down to the lake. If we get down to the lake, I don't think we'll make it back out. Even with my chains, I'm going to be stuck probably. So I've got to try and reverse back down to get Abel out. He's up to his engine and he's got no traction. We've put a soft shackle on the front, that red thing. So what I might try and do is, I don't think a tow strap will work because I haven't got enough distance for the turn. So what I'm going to do is back up, come down, and with the winch, I'm going to winch him out. How do you feel about that, Abel?
So I think I'm just going to try and park up by the toilet and call it a day.
Back up? Can you even back up?
With the shovel, yeah.
Should we just go back there and park up?
I think that's probably all we can hope to do. And then what?
Pop the roof tent. Alright everyone, we're going to work out what to do. I'm not joking now, this is so bad because it is very wet, very heavy, disgusting snow from a red rainstorm warning, and it's just snow here. If it was dry, powdery stuff, we could do it. But even with snow tires, I mean, Abel's got no traction, and this is the road. I found the road and made the path, but he's not got the clearance that I have, so he's buried.
I can't even go backwards.
No, he's a snowplow because he's got a tire. He's got a spare tire, even though I told him to take the spare tire off.
Tire.
Isn't it?
Nah, it's the front axle.
Ugh. Oh my god, it's so deep. If you go off the edge of the road here, you're in a lot of trouble. Well, okay.
Front axle.
All right, we'll bring you all back, but it's not good. All right, everyone, we've agreed, Abel and I, we've got to stay here tonight. I'm going to end the video here. It's crazy to go on now. So I'll bring you back for part 2 of this to see what happens, but I've got a feeling I'm going to be doing a roof tent camp now, or a wild camp, but to be honest, I just think we both want to just, to be honest, get drunk and sit down and just chillax. So thanks again for everyone coming on this one. If you like the video, please click like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all of our YouTube members, Patreon members, Buy Me a Coffee members, and all the comments and the super thanks. Thank you so much, everybody. This has been a tough one, and it's only going to get worse, I think. We've still got a lot more snow coming in. So pick it up for part 2 as I try and A, now rescue Abel, and B, we try and find somewhere to camp and hunker down. Oh, thanks again, everyone. See you again soon from Tony. Be camping. Bye, everybody.